We were able to accompany tens of thousands of traumatized women on their path towards reclaiming their lives. As I am addressing you today, I do not stand here alone. With me in my thoughts are the women from Eastern Congo raped by rebels and government soldiers. The 12-year-old Afghan girl in the blue burqa sold to an old man by her own father. The Bosnian women testifying against her rapist in The Hague, only to be humiliated anew inside or outside the courtroom. Sexualized violence everywhere and always is destruction and the exertion of power over the victim. In war, the destructive potential of sexualized violence is multiplied and can culminate at any moment in triumphant displays of power over the other side. Unfortunately, society at home almost always continues the work of the adverse rapists. Communities ostracize raped women and girls as blemish of masculine and national honor, or force them to remain silent if they want to survive socially. The non-recognition of rape as a form of torture and grave human rights violation constitutes a continuation of the violent act. Both the sexualized violent act and the subsequent social exclusion of the victim rest on the conscious or subconscious patriarchal creed of man's ownership over women's bodies. Thus, an attack on women turns into an attack on male property and honor. Not to draw premature conclusions, this non-recognition of rape as a grave human rights violation and the associated social ostracism of women are not unique to Africa or Asia or to the Balkans. Take, for example, the extreme underreporting of rapes in societies with formal gender equality, or the fact that British soldiers stationed in Kenya enjoy until this day impunity for having raped hundreds of Samburu women, just as many UN soldiers called peacekeepers and international aid workers sexually exploit the precarious circumstances, particularly of African, Asian and Balkan women and girls, literally without any shame. Apart from that, the consequences of sexualized violence in today's African wars reach to Europe's doorstep. Women and girls who try to escape from violence often end up in open or clandestine prostitution in Western Europe and in Western cities. This lucrative business at their expense is possible because there are enough male clients who neither look nor want to see. From the very beginning, Medica Mondiale, above and beyond providing professional support, has defined its mission as bringing women back into the center of society. We wanted to contribute to the effort to lift the taboo surrounding rape in war and to outlaw the practice. There was no universal strategy, no established professional manual for treating victims of war rape. We always had to develop our approach anew in a given context. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce those colleagues from our projects abroad who are here today. Anita Varnay from Medica Mondiale Liberia, Humaira Rasuli from Medica Mondiale Afghanistan, Veprore Shehu and Senete Dilatahu from Medica Kosovo, Neta Loya from Medica Tirana in Albania, Sabiha Husic from Medica Zenica in Bosnia, and I would like to ask all Medica Mondiale women to stand up briefly. I'm particularly glad that Immaculée Birhaheka, the founder of our partner organization Paif Ngoma, honors me with her presence here as well. Like many other activists in conflict zones, she's always in danger. While supporting women every day, she herself has to fear for her life because she's one of the brave who don't compromise in their fight for women's rights and who fearlessly name perpetrators and their crimes. I would like to use the presence of women like Mrs. Birhaheka as well as of Mrs. Rasooli from Kabul to ask a few questions. Why do international decision makers not see it as their primary responsibility to effectively protect women like Ms. Birhaheka and Ms. Rasooli, and more generally, all civil and human rights defenders? What is the value of the UN Resolution 1325 demanding the participation of women in all peace processes, and of Resolution 1820 defining rape as an impediment of international peace and security, if these resolutions are not implemented immediately and effectively? And why don't the UN and government listen more to women like the Congolese women rights activists who, again, only recently, in a collective outcry for help, appealed to the international community? Women who were raped in war learn that they will be ostracized politically and socially, and that their violations are still taboo, which constitutes an additional traumatization. Through their isolation, they lose contact with the world. The professional support of our local Medica Mondiale colleagues gives them the strength to return back to life and into society. The holistic approach of Medica Mondiale with our political women's rights work and the multidisciplinary practice enables women and girls to leave their status and identity as victims, to regain agency, to proudly claim the right to reshape society and to develop their own perspective of a new life in dignity and self-determination. The support of these processes is not a question of charity or solidarity. It is a question of political responsibility because we all live in the same world, a responsibility that all of us bear. Thank you.